Well, hello there. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to our soap talk for the young and the restless, and today we'll quickly get started with Thursday spoilers. Daniel is going to land in hot waters now that Devon's starting to get impatient with his infidelity. To be fair, Devon is the last person who should be side-eyeing people for cheating. But just because he cheats doesn't mean others have to too, right? Anyway, Daniel avoids dumping Lily like a plague because he says he doesn't want to add more stress on her since she's taking care of Matty, but I think he's just trying to avoid it because he doesn't know how to face her. For now, Devon's agreed to keep his mouth shut and Daniel is glad. But that won't be the case for long if Heather and Daniel's affection starts growing. Okay, just because Daniel promised to keep his hand to himself while Lily's gone doesn't mean that will be the case. It's safe to assume sooner or later Heather and Daniel won't be able to resist one another, and Devon will be there to witness their closeness, especially if there's some sort of PDA. Devon's then certainly going to warn Danielle and maybe give him an ultimatum. Enough dwindling, and set the record straight, you know? So if Daniel starts setting boundaries until Lily arrives, Heather may not like it though, but he probably won't do that to begin with. Meanwhile, let's shift our focus to Nikki and her troubles. She's gone out of control and is in need of a family to support her. Jack, the incompetent sponsor, is not enough, so Victor steps in. When Victor grabs a very drunk Nikki from the bar, she lashes out at Jack for breaking their bro code, but Jack's out of options at this point. But I guess since Victor's looped in, he can maybe try to actually give the help Nikki needs and not a sponsor who drinks on a daily basis. Jack's just trying to help, and he's doing his absolute best, but it's not enough. I'm sorry, but it isn't. Also, Phyllis will love to rub anything and everything she can on Christine's face, and that's exactly what she will do. So much so that it will lead to a very big fight between the two, just like how Danny suspected. Since it's getting physical, who Danny runs to first is going to be interesting to watch. Talking about catfights, this may not be the last one we'll see if Lily decides she doesn't want Heather to steal her boyfriend. With everything that's happened with Lily, we know she cherishes life and knows the taste of regret too. So she'd rather fight for the man she loves than have another decade of heartbreak. Let's get more into that. We all think that Lily would like to throw Daniel away when he dumps her and move on because she won't stand being treated like a doormat. But let's not forget the fact that she's also a stubborn woman who knows what she wants. Besides, she's someone who beat cancer, and while she loves her kids, we know deep down she has some regrets about her previous relationship. Lily and Daniel's relationship was sweet at first, but teenage isn't really a time most are sure about what they want. Decades later, they're back together, so if you think about it, she won't be giving up this easy. If it were me, I would not fight for the man who cheated on me. Coming clean is the least amount of decency, and Danielle wouldn't even come clean if he wasn't being pressed anyway, but soaps are different. Lily may think that Heather's arrival stirred some unwanted emotions in Danielle, and right in time she had to go. It was just a mistake. And if she gives him the love, he'll most definitely return to her, realizing that Heather was never the one he truly wanted. She spent years and years apart from him, and while it wasn't like he was all she was thinking about those years, she does have some regrets about Kane, and she probably doesn't want to make the same mistake again. But again, Lily is a strong woman who knows what she wants, and it isn't a man who doesn't want her. So logically speaking, she'd most certainly repeat what she did with Billy. That man was not ready to move on from Chelsea, even though they made each other miserable. And if Danny is going to have problems staying loyal, even after everything Lily's done for him, he'd be stealing her problem, not her man. As someone who beat cancer, she values life. She knows life's too small to be lying next to a man who'd rather be with someone else. And maybe, just maybe, if Daniel recognizes before it's too late that he'd make a mistake, and he'd like to make it right and beg Lily to take him back, maybe she will reconsider. But maybe the chances are pretty low. Do you think Lily and Danielle are in a ride or die situation? I don't know about that, but I sure do know someone who is. Victor Newman. He loves Nikki and he'd do anything for her. anything. So, what is he thinking of doing to end Jordan's reign of terror? Stay put to find out. Would a bar hold a psychosociopath who could even escape from an air vent? The answer is probably no. Jordan flew off the scene when the authorities arrived at the lake house, so none of us were convinced when she went to prison. And we were even sure that she was planning something big when the writers wanted us to believe a fire took her life. Can you believe that? Anyway, getting back to Victor, once Jack fills him in about Nikki's situation, he may really gear up to end this once and for all. With Nikki's alcohol addiction, she's already at great risk of, well, risking herself. To make matters worse, Jordan's lurking in the shadows, and with Nikki's state, we don't know when Jordan's going to get a big feast. If she finds a whim of a drunk Nikki, it's game over for her. Jordan's a very capable, cunning woman. Right now, Sheila Carter may be in LA and doing not much, but when she was young, she made everyone's life a living hell. I mean, she killed a man with bees for God's sake. Even worse, she made a woman have plastic surgery to look like her, to send her to prison instead of her, when that woman helped her to escape. So you see, the thing about sociopaths is that they don't feel love or empathy. So Jordan's not going to stop for anything. If worse comes to worse, Jordan may even sacrifice her own life, if it means taking at least Nikki with herself. She's so delusional in her hatred that it has become her whole personality. Even Josh Griffith mentioned that soon the situation is going to get tense, but mostly for Victor and Jordan. Now that he's about to find out from Jack how he's been in cahoots with Nikki to save her from getting caught drinking, maybe it will give Victor the push to eliminate Jordan once and for all. But it's a tricky situation. Dealing with Jordan is very risky and hard. And if you want to take her down, I don't really see an option other than getting yourself fatally injured or worse, death. She was able to lure all of Nikki's loved ones into that shabby little cabin of hers. So really, taking her down is going to be an extremely hard job. I just hope Victor succeeds without dying. But what's he gonna do remains a mystery still. So folks, we're done for the day. Whatever you want to say, you're welcome to do in the comments. Please subscribe and make good choices. See ya!